Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is Fred, the submarine guy. Today, we're going to talk about your biggest problems to solve to make 2018 your year. And I'm going to give you a little philosophy about marketing as we move along. I had quite a few responses. Some people just said, "Hey, I'm ready to go," and some people said, "I've got everything I need," and some people had like multiple problems, and some people just had one or two problems. So I picked out three of the best ones that kind of contained the most things that were applicable to everybody, and that's what I wanted to go through today. I've got an outline here, and I've got a lot of stuff in my mind that I want to get out. So I'm not exactly sure how long this video is going to be, but we'll just keep going, and we'll see how it goes from there. So anyway, that's sort of the background and the welcome part. Some of the things that, oops, excuse me, some of the things that I see are that are the biggest things are for 2018 are what I call a complete marketing funnel, and I'll talk about that in a few minutes in one of the readers' comments. Video is huge. I don't know if you've followed the market real closely, but people that are using video are getting super results. It just skyrockets your know, like, and trust factors with your readers and your viewers. Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, those things, which I admit I haven't even gotten into yet, other than just a couple of trial runs. Live is really big. I'm not sure if it's going to continue to be, but we'll see. I know video is going to be huge, and video search is really big too while I'm on it. You can get a lot of traffic on your YouTube videos just from the search feature with real simple SEO techniques. Audio is also huge. Now, audio is very easy to do. There's a free program called Audacity, which you can use to make audio clips, and you can also translate or strip out the audio from your videos to give you another format for your readers to use. And the reason audio is so big is people can listen to it in their car or listen to it on their iPad, with headphones or whatever, while they're doing something else. So it's if you don't have a lot of visual things that you need the reader to see, sort of like this video, then you can translate your videos into audio and have another format for your readers to use. Traffic. I got a lot of comments that people need more traffic, and really traffic is probably not your issue, and that may come as a shock, but a lot of the things I find is that people just have, pardon my expression, crappy offers out there that aren't going to get a good response anywhere, no matter how much traffic you throw at them. If you work on your offer, I think the traffic will come easy once you get a good offer, and I'll give you some explanations down below further on in this video. Branding, I think, is critical too, and you might have a bad impression or a wrong impression about branding. One of the things I've found is just consistency in your marketing will help more than anything. You don't have to have customized logos. You don't have to have great graphics on your website or anything like that, but you ought to have, a common message, a common look and feel, similar type offers, so that you don't offer, toothpaste one day and childcare the next kind of thing, right? You want to have consistency in your offers so that people that get on your list will know and expect those kind of things. So anyway, that's what I see as the biggest issues overall for 2018, and that's where I'm targeting some of my training, or a lot of my training, and my coaching and things like that, to help people develop complete systems, complete marketing funnels. Because if you only have a one-page marketing funnel, quote unquote, and you just have a one-page offer, then your readers really don't get the full effect of the follow-up and the additional information and those kind of things. So that's really critical if you want to improve your sales and income. Okay, so let's get on to readers' comments. The first reader writes in, my biggest problem is I have to email thousands of leads on safe lists and exchanges and not getting enough click-throughs. Plus, when I get a new lead to phone, they send me a wrong telephone and email address. How can I reach more leads and get the leads to stick? Thanks, Stefan. So I broke Stefan's problem down into three problems, really, and I think this is a common issue. You know, his question was, how can I get more traffic? Well, you know, if you're getting a crappy response from your current leads, you probably need to change your offer a little bit. There's plenty of places to get more click-throughs or more traffic, and so let's look at the three problems I see in Stefan's issue. He says he's not getting enough click-throughs, but you got to look, and this is sort of common for all forums, is you got to look at the reasons that people are there. Why, in Safe List is one he mentioned. Why are people on Safe List? Let's just look at that for a minute. People that are on Safe List have a business or product that they're advertising that they're looking for more customers with, right? So if you are in that group, that you're just on a safe list to look for more customers or distributors or whatever, what do you have to offer that is going to help the other people there? Why would people want to buy another product that they have to market? Why not target your offer to something that they need for their business? Do you see the difference here? In other words, if everybody's out there marketing a product or a service that they want people to buy, maybe they need more leads, better advertisements, a way to have pre-configured email series or things like that that you could offer to them. I've developed things like one of the more popular ones was 300 power words and phrases for you to use. People love that because it applies to every business out there on a safe list. It can help them get a better response, make better subject lines, all those kind of things. If I would have just offered my MLM product or my coaching service or something like that, that doesn't really ring a bell with the other people on safe list. Okay, so I mentioned email, and really I'm a big proponent of email because it really is the glue with which your marketing system is held together, right? Email sort of gets everything in one place, and it's sort of the highway that people are going to drive down is your email series, so that you can send them to your blog, send them to your videos, send them to your audio, send them new offers, send them to your sales page, etc. And also email can give them more value just in the email itself. I've studied email for a long time. I haven't always done very good with it, but I'm realizing now that email is here to stay. One of the statistics, I think I typed it in down later in this video, but 80% of all sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. 80% of all sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. And some people will tell you it's not enough to stop at 12 anymore, that you might need 15 or 20 or 25 follow-ups to get somebody to know, like, and trust you enough to make that purchase, make that sale, join your MLM, whatever it is. So email daily is really critical to get your message, your valuable message, in front of prospects often enough so that they're used to seeing it, they get to know you, they get to trust you, and hopefully they get to like you. If they don't, they'll probably unsubscribe and you know, you don't need those kind of people on your list anyway, right? I wrote down 80/20 distro here. When you're emailing people daily, most of your emails, about 80%, 4 out of 5 or so, should be value only, and in the niche that your prospects have opted in for, right? So if you're in the internet marketing niche or the MLM niche, your value emails will be about how to increase your sales, how to get more prospects, how to this and that and the other about that industry or about that niche. So you can drive them back to your blog for blog articles. You can make videos for them. You could change the videos into audios. You can also repurpose a lot of this stuff. Once you get going, you can combine articles into ebooks. You can change articles over to videos, that kind of thing. So you can repurpose a lot of your information and send back out to your list. Because not everybody's going to read every message, right? I'm really happy if I get a 6 or 8 or 10% open rate on my emails. And that's not uncommon. My average is about 6% on most of my list. The ones that aren't engaged very well, it's about 2%. But the main ones, you know, you're only going to get 5 or 10% of them to open it, and then of course if you got a good offer, you might get half of those or less to click through to your offer, and then you got to get, you know, only a few percent of those are going to buy or subscribe to whatever you're doing. So you got to keep those that value stream of information coming out on a daily basis to your list. So number 2, Stefan mentioned bad emails and phone numbers. There's not a lot you can do about bad emails. You're going to get some. If you use a service like Aweber, they'll take the bad emails out because they'll be non-deliverable, and those Aweber removes those automatically. So that's kind of nice. You don't have to worry about those. You can go to a double opt-in on your email system to force the reader to confirm his intent to receive your emails. That's the second or double opt-in part. I don't recommend that as a going-in argument because you'll lose a lot of good prospects that way, just because they're A, not used to confirming, B, not on their email very often, may miss it, it may go into spam. I mean, there's all kind of stuff that the double opt-in message could go awry. So I don't recommend as a practice double opt-in, but if you're advertising and you're getting a whole lot of bad emails, consider going to double opt-in. Calling leads, you mentioned calling and having bad phone numbers and stuff. Generally, for most people, calling leads, even after they opted in, is probably a losing proposition. People don't want to talk on the phone. They don't want to get sales pitches on the phone. The best way to get on the phone with somebody is to offer them an interview or offer them an evaluation or offer them a consultation for free kind of thing, and then have them go over to a scheduling service to put in their information at a date and time that they'll be available. And when they do that, they have to put in their phone number too, and you'll assume that they'll put in a good phone number if they're actually filling in that they want you to call. So that's how I would recommend using the calling features. If you're just cold calling leads, even if they put their number in on a form on your web page, they're probably not going to be very responsive to talking to you. That's just been my experience over years and years and years. Email, under bad emails, see above. Really, email is the glue, and it's where you're going to build your know, like, and trust factors up so that people will want to A, talk to you, B, they'll want to go click your link, they'll want to read your email, look at your blog, look at your videos, listen to your audios, that kind of thing. And your email is kind of the glue that keeps all that together. So let your email build up the know, like, and trust factors rather than trying to call people. Okay, and Stefan's number 3 problem was how to reach more leads who stick. I don't know what your offer is, so I can't evaluate your lead capture page or your offer or whatever. But make sure you're offering what the prospect wants, not what you want. Let me get rid of these pop-ups here. Sorry about that. If you offer your leads something that they want, you'll have a much better response. Again, email, see above. I've got more on reaching more leads later in the next presentation, so I'm not going to talk about that here. But again, I want to talk about value. Make sure in your email series that you're providing value to your prospects, something that will help them in their business, that help them market their business better, help them understand how to market better, whatever your niche is. Okay, so that's the 3 things that Stefan came up with. I think that'll help a lot of people. So let's get on to the next one here. Okay, Mike writes, my biggest problem is finding products to recommend to my list is presently posing a challenge. A lot of people are going to have this problem because they get into the internet marketing niche and they fall for the easy button kind of solution. And I'm not saying this is Mike, because I know Mike's a much more professional marketer, but a lot of people are going to get into that problem area, and they think, well, why is not everyone not buying my one product? Well, geez, there's about 90% of you in that same boat. You've got to offer a lot of different things to your list if they're related to what people got on your list for. So what to offer? Some suggestions I got are related products. Obviously, if people are opting into your list for a nutritional product, you might want to offer them an alternate nutritional product as a customer, those kind of things. I get a lot of customers that way in my MLMs. Affiliate products are good as well for additional sales, and you can get affiliate products on JVZoo, Warrior Forum. ClickBank is a great place, doesn't cost anything, neither do JVZoo or Warrior Forum. JVZoo and Warrior Forum are kind of internet marketing related, how to make money online. ClickBank, on the other hand, excuse me, has quite a few other niches covered, such as weight loss or nutrition, or there's all kind of how to groom your dog, all kind of things like that that you could pick up on ClickBank and get affiliate links for. And if you make a sale, that you get whatever the number is, 50%, 75% of the sale price. And ClickBank's pretty good about paying. I think they pay every 2 weeks, kind of thing. There's other affiliate programs like Commission Junction and things like that. So if you want to Google other affiliate programs, there's a lot of places that have affiliate products. And one of the things too is, I didn't write it down here, but if you're in the internet marketing niche, most everything you use has an affiliate program. Like your web host probably has an affiliate program. Your autoresponder probably has an affiliate program. Your link tracker may have an affiliate program. There's what else? Your lead capture page, the thing like lead pages may have an affiliate program. So don't be reluctant to offer those to your list as well. Most people get into the industry and they think, well, I'm just going to market my MLM, or I'm just going to market my affiliate product. And they kind of focus on that one thing, and they don't think, well, I got 5 other things here that people are going to need for marketing their products. So why not market those as well? Response probably won't be as big because a lot of people will already have an autoresponder or web host or that kind of thing, but possibly not, and possibly if they don't like their web host or their autoresponder, they might join yours, and you can at least get your products for free on those kind of things, if not build up a good income. There are people who have built huge incomes, and I'm talking six figures per month incomes, just marketing those kind of products like the web hosting and autoresponders and those kind of things. If you do it right, there's a lot of money in those. The next one I wanted to mention to Mike, and I know he's probably already done some of this stuff, is create your own products. And this may sound daunting to most people, but if you've been in the industry longer than about 10 minutes, you probably have achieved something, either a success or failure, that others would be interested to hear. So you can write up your experience and your results, either positive or negative, and create your own product. Now, I do a lot of these just to create lead magnets, right? How I got my first 1,095 leads, how I got 83 leads in 5 days, things like that. And each time I put one of those out with a lead capture form on it to go into my autoresponder, I get 5, 10, 50, 100 new opt-ins for my list. So it's worth the couple hours it takes to create those things to get more people on your list. Obviously, if you do some bigger things, you can sell those things too, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So how can you make things like this? Well, B there, 3B is how to. You can write how-to articles, how to create an autoresponder in Aweber, for instance, how to create a segment list in Aweber. I'm just concentrating on Aweber because I've done a lot of these things. 7 ways to. It doesn't have to be 7, but if you have a list of things that you did to achieve a result, people love to read lists and have lists to check off through and that kind of thing. There seems to be some completeness in list, and if you have a list of things, those really do well. Done for you products. If you can provide a done for you lead capture page, a done for you email series, a done for you graphic, a done for you almost anything, you can sell the hell out of that, pardon my French. You can sell that, or you can use that for a lead magnet. Now, how do you publish all this stuff, right? Well, if you create an article, you can turn it into a PDF. Now, you can buy Adobe and make PDFs, but you can also make PDFs from Microsoft Word. You can make PDFs from the Google Docs feature. A lot of ways you can make PDFs for free, so that's pretty easy. Video explanations or video demonstrations are huge, and you can publish your video obviously on YouTube for free. You can either do screenshots or a screen video capture. You could do a PowerPoint or a presentation kind of thing. You could do a talking head, like I'm down in the corner on mine, a talking head, or you can have a full screen talking head if you're just going to talk about things. And you can also do audio, and like I mentioned, you can strip the audio from a video. I'll probably do that with this. You can turn your audio into a podcast, which is another forum. You can turn your article into a blog article, a blog post, a blog page. And of course, you could email your list to look at any of those things, the video, the audio, the podcast, etc., and get more know, like, and trust factors from your list. So that's like create your own products. Obviously, I've got some how to create your own products kind of articles and videos and things like that if you're interested. Some of that stuff I've packaged up for sale, but there's a lot of stuff you can do. PLR materials I wanted to mention too. If you're not familiar with PLR, it's private label resell. I may have the name wrong, but it's materials that people have created, and it could be articles, PDF documents, videos, audios, etc., or even web pages that they will either give to you or sell to you for generally a pretty cheap price, and you can customize it for yourself You can modify the articles with your style, with your experience, with your pictures. You can add information to them. You can take information out of them, etc. You can put your name on it, and it'll help establish your credibility in the marketplace. I'll give you a list of PLR sources that I've used in the internet marketing arena. Below, I'll have this on a blog page, and you'll be able to go look at some of their offers. Generally, if you spend 10 or 20 or $30, you can get a ton of material, some almost complete done-for-you systems that you can call your own. You can put your name on, and you can either sell it or use them again for lead magnets. A lot. I said well, excuse me. I said consolidate here. A lot of times, what I'll do is, so I'll warn you right up front. A lot of PLR is crappy, right? It's written by foreigners who don't have good English skills. They're short articles. There's some of them have a lot of filler and just kind of wordsmithing that doesn't mean anything. So you have to look at them and read them and say, hey, do I even want this, right? But the sources I'm going to give you are all they don't meet that bad criteria. They're good writers, right? And you can consolidate the good stuff. Maybe you take 3 or 4 articles on email marketing, or 3 or 4 articles on video marketing, or whatever you're researching, and put them together for like a power product, if you will. Or you can make it like I've done in some of my emails. You can make it into a series. I took a branding product that I got from a trusted source who I know writes well, and I added to each one of the articles. They came about 500 words. I usually added in 3 or 4 or 5 paragraphs and maybe modified a couple, so I ended up with 700 or 800 words, and I made it into an email series. Actually, it was a blog post series, but I sent out 1 email a day, Monday through Friday, on branding, and I drove people over to my blog to read the branding article, right? Now, not all readers are going to be interested in branding, but some of them will. Some of them will read 1 article. Some of them will read all 5. And I've got those archived on my blog, so I can go back to them. I can put those together for maybe a bigger branding product, and I could sell it for $17, $27, something like that. I can make it into videos. Video always has higher perceived value. A lot of times you can make a video summary too. So when you when you create the video, you might have the same information as is in your blog article, but you can summarize it in the video. And people, I think, like that. So they don't, especially if your blog post is a couple of pages, they might say, hey, I'd rather read or listen to this 1-minute video, this 3-minute video, whatever, to get the high level and see if this is really something I want to read. It's a pretty good idea. Video can reach more people. I mentioned YouTube search. YouTube search is very powerful, and of course, Google recently bought YouTube. That's how we know it's got a high value. Google wouldn't have spent billions of dollars otherwise. Like I said, I'll send you some recommended sources for internet marketing related PLR. All are very trusted, very good at what they do. They generally will sell you a series or a group of things for $17, $27, $37. They've got bigger packages as well, but PLR also comes in almost all niches. Now, I've only concentrated in the internet marketing niche because that's my focus, but you can get PLR for dog grooming, for fish, tropical fish tank creation. You can get it for karate, soccer, any kind of sports, all kind of golfing PLR out there. If you're into those kind of things, there's a lot of good. And video, and PLR also comes in video as well, right? It's not just written articles. That you usually get some written articles, but there's some makers, PLR creators that only do video. Charles Harper and his wife mostly do video PLR, and they're pretty good at it. I bought some of his stuff, I branded it for myself, and I resell it. PLR is a good start if you're not good at creating things from scratch, or if you just want to have somebody else create things from scratch and then you go and modify it and make it your own. So PLR, really good, lot you can do with it. That's the end of my PLR pitch. So the last person that wrote was Evans, and he wrote, "My problem is getting traffic." Uh, a little bit cryptic. I don't know what you're trying to sell. I don't know where you're advertising or if you're advertising at all, Evans. So it's kind of hard to say, what do you need to be getting traffic to? It's hard to answer in the case without knowing those kind of things. So, but a lot of people will tell you that's their problem, and generally traffic is not the problem. Um, the the main problem is getting out a good offer in front of people. Okay, so you can advertise on SafeList. Obviously, a lot of my readers come from SafeList because that was the first traffic method I concentrated on. I'm now concentrating. Oops, excuse me. I'm now concentrating on mailers. Obviously, you can get leads off of Facebook. They have advertising resources on Facebook. Twitter, Instagram, solo ads. You can get plenty of leads off of any of those. Generally, on SafeList, if you get a 1% response rate for a lead capture page, you're doing really good. Most of mine start out around 1% and then kind of dwindle off to like 0.5%, and I still consider that pretty good. That's exposures to opt-ins, right? Mailers a little bit higher because mailers are a little bit more targeted, a little bit more active people than SafeList. So mailers tend to run, from my experience, about 1.5% opt-in initially when I deploy a new lead capture page, and then they'll tail off to 0.8% to 1% or so for the long haul. I haven't concentrated on Facebook. I started to look into Twitter. There's a lot of good automation tools on Twitter, especially if you can brand your site and have something good to offer and have an interesting profile and provide some interesting tweets, if you will. Like I said, if I figure it out and figure out how to get leads off of it, you will be hearing from me because I'll write it up, just like I recommended you do. I'll write up my experience. Instagram, same sort of thing. Solo ads have been around for a long time. They're generally in the internet marketing niche, and you can hire solo advertisements off of consolidated places like Udemy, I think, is one, and a few others. I've dabbled around in solo ads. I've got one or two really good providers that I go to if I feel like I want to test something with a solo ad. So I'll list those as well. Pay-per-click sites. Those are things like I always forget the names of these things. Anyway, there are sites where people can go and get paid like a half a penny or so to click on a site. The thing about pay-per-click sites is it's a very interesting avenue to pursue because the people that go to pay-per-click sites all want to make money online. And some of them are just broke, and it doesn't cost anything for them to click on a site and get a penny, so they can sit there and do that all day and maybe make 20 cents or a dollar or something. I don't know. But some of them will be looking for bigger and better things, like maybe a low-cost MLM or a low-cost product on how to market on the internet or how to make money on the internet or things like that. The key is they're using the pay-per-click site to make money online. And if you're targeting people that want to make money online, pay-per-click is a place to go. My experience with pay-per-click sites is your offer has to get approved by the site, number one. And generally, if you get approved, the first one may take a day, or if it's on the weekend, it might take 2 or 3 days because they don't work on the weekends primarily. But it might take 24 hours to get your first site approved. But after that, they get approved pretty quickly. So they just have to approve your lead capture page. And as long as you're not like bad mouthing the pay-per-click site itself, a lot of people originally started saying, don't settle for penny pay-per-click. How to make $50 a day. Well, if you target the pay-per-click site in a negative way, you won't get approved. Believe me, I know. I tried it. They don't stand for that anymore. So you kind of have to be careful about how you craft your offer on pay-per-click sites. But again, there's people on there that want to make money on the internet, and if you can create a good offer, it's got to be a real simple offer too, because most of the sites that they're clicking through for the pennies, they only require them to be on the site for 5, 10, 15 seconds. So if you're going to have a video, it's got to be really short, really targeted, and the whole web page has to be very short and to the point. I mean, the less words, the better, to get them to opt into your site, at which point you can send them emails, from there on out. But you only got like 15 seconds to get their interest, and if there's very much on your page, they're just going to click off of it or not click through it. Okay, so that Evans is a little bit more on getting traffic. Again, getting traffic may not be your main problem. It may be your offer. Some of the original things I talked about with the other two questions may be applicable here. Make sure you're targeting, you understand the target market that you're diving into for your advertisements. Look at what those people need for their business, for their services, and target those kind of things. I think you'll see a lot better response. So I hope that helps on traffic. There's just a ton of traffic out there. There's free traffic, there's paid traffic. If you get free traffic, you got to work harder for it, so it's like you got to pay for it anyway. You pay for it with your time or you pay for it with your money. So the last thing I wanted to talk about too is considerations for 2018. One, define your target market. You really need to understand your target market so that you can target your offer. If you target your offer to exactly what your target market wants, your opt-ins will skyrocket and your sales will skyrocket. Now, you won't get as many people opting in, right? Because you're niching down to a more defined audience with more defined problems. But if you can solve those problems for your prospects, they'll buy what you have to offer, right? That's the importance of defining your target market. A lot of people blow this off. They think, well, everybody needs to join my MLM because it's a way to make money. Well, yeah, but there's tens of thousands of people out there with that mindset. That doesn't work anymore. If you can define exactly what your prospect wants, exactly what your prospect needs, exactly what his pain points are that he's either experienced or sees in the future, and you can craft a solution for that, then your sales will skyrocket. Follow-up is the name of the game in sales. You've got to get your message out to your prospects multiple times and preferably in different formats. And that's number 4. Email, blog, video, audio. People respond differently to different methods of communication. And you've got to be able to provide those so that your audience will get more out of what you're providing. Follow up is the name of the game. You've got to keep those emails going 5 to 12 times as a minimum, 15, 20, 30 times as a rule. I try to email my list every day with some valuable information. Like I said, you can break up big articles into 5 smaller ones. You can break up videos into 5 smaller ones. There's a lot of things you can do. You can also just write your list about, hey, what's going on? You know, people like to relate to other people. Um, I had, what was it? Oh, I had a great experience one day with a homeless person, right? I wrote about that to my list. People loved it. So, I mean, you don't have a homeless person talk to you every day, but pretty much anything you write about, people will want to read. Now, if you just follow up with buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, you're going to get a ton of unsubscribes and people won't buy that kind of crap. But if you follow the 80-20 rule, 80% value, 20% offers, I think you'll see your response rate skyrocket. Build your list. The underlying theme in this whole talk has been build your list. Email is the glue for your marketing system. Master one traffic method and then move on to other traffic methods. There's tons of information about how to market on JVZoo, on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, etc. Don't try to tackle them all at once. I think I started out marketing on SafeList, and I've gotten thousands of people opting into my list off of SafeList. I'm moving into mailers now that with like the ones that Matthew Graves puts out, the viral list, those kind of things. I get hundreds of people off of those. So now I'm starting to look at things like YouTube marketing and Twitter and those kind of things, but I'm not going to like jump into all of them because I don't have the time. You probably don't either, right? And develop your know, like, and trust factors with your list. Get them to know you. Get them to know your business. Get them to like you by providing stories, by providing experiences, by providing valuable information, and get them to trust you. You know, don't offer a bunch of crap to them. Don't offer any untested methods to them. Don't offer things that you haven't personally tried. You know, protect your readers from that kind of stuff, right? And let them know you're protecting them, so that they can trust you. And then when they trust you, they'll learn to buy from you. You can make profits. That's what your bottom line is. So I hope this 2018 look, it's sort of a look back. What didn't work in 2017? What do we need to work on in 2018? It's sort of a, been there, done that. What goes around comes around. There's not a lot of new stuff. I think video is bigger than it's ever been. I know follow-up is bigger than it's ever been. I know branding. I don't think you need to put a lot of time into branding, but certainly with your list, you need to have a consistent message, and that's really the idea around branding, is have that consistent message about what you're offering them and what you're selling them and that kind of thing. I hope this has been value added for your 2018 marketing. I'll continue to email my list because that's what I know that works. I'll continue to follow up on my offers for people that opt into my offers. You should do the same. Email is the glue that holds everything together. Learn to use it. Get used to using it. Get used to your autoresponder. Use all the features on your autoresponder. Man, AWeber had an article the other day, 95 ways we can help you build your list. Holy moly. I mean, that'll take me weeks to go through. It's just that one blog article. But I mean, it's good stuff. You know, there's a lot of things in AWeber and GetResponse 2 and others that really helps you market. I mean, how about how to segment your list? One of the things I do is in AWeber is when I send out an email, the next day I look at how many responses I got, right? And like I said, I normally get 6 or 8% open rates, a couple of percent click-throughs, that kind of thing. But what AWeber does is when you look at the statistics, you can look at not only the people that opened your message, but also the people that didn't open your message. And you can target those people that didn't open your message with another message, right? I can send an email to the no opens. So what I'll do is I'll change the subject line slightly, like say put a little tag on it that says resend or please read or open now or did you miss this or something like that, and then send the same email to them, right? And send it to the no opens so that the people that opened it the first time don't get it. Why do I do this? I get another 50% of people on my list that open the second email. Another 50%. All I have to do is put that little tag in the subject line, hit send as a broadcast, tell it what time to send it. I always send mine around 10, 10:30, 9:30 in the morning. And send it to the no opens. There's a little selection. It's really easy. I never knew I could do that. 6 months ago, I didn't know how to retarget those people. And this isn't retargeting like, with pixels and that kind of stuff. This is retargeting with email, with my autoresponder, with a feature that was already in there that I just learned about, right? So learn the features of your autoresponder. 6 months ago, I didn't know how to market on JVZoo. I went through the exercise. Now I got a membership site that runs via JVZoo. I mean, it's just, there's so many powerful things out there that you just have to go tackle them and do them so that you can get good at them. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all that stuff. Obviously, I'm excited about marketing. 2018 is going to be a good year for us. People that take action and do it and get out there and follow up and learn the tools of the trade are going to make huge money. Have a great day.